This is actually a really, really easy question, but the reason I think it's hard is that there's just so much extra information in here and so much that doesn't end up mattering. So they give us this scatter plot. Each dot in the scatter plot above represents the temperature and the number of people who visited a beach in Lagos, Nigeria on one of 11 different days. The line of best fit for the data is also shown. The line of best fit for the data has a slope of approximately 57. So it tells us the slope. We don't need to calculate it. According to this estimate, how many additional people per day are predicted to visit the beach for each 5 degrees Celsius increase in average temperature? The graph doesn't matter at all here, guys. I don't know why they gave it to us other than maybe to confuse us. But if we did try to find, okay, here's 5 degrees, right, from 25 to 30, we're running the risk. I don't think it's a big risk, but we're running the risk of maybe these dots that we're kind of looking at to compare aren't as clear as it may seem, right? Are they actually on the corners or is it off by a little bit? It's hard to know. So we don't need to worry about that. Because if we just understand what slope is always a fraction. Basically, this 57 is 57 over 1. Well, 57 what over 1 what, right? So 57 people, right? Because it's a y, right? Change in y over change in x. So per 1 degree Celsius. So this ends up being a proportion. How many people for 5 degrees, right? So we just have to cross multiply. So x times 1 is x. 5 times 57 is now a calculator thing, not an estimating thing. So 5 times 57 is 285. That's the answer. Now, just going back here, if we said this was what? This would be halfway between 320 and 400, so that's 360. And this is 80, so 360. Right? Am I doing this right? I think so. 5 degrees goes from 25 to 30, right? So 360 minus 80. 360 minus 80 is 280. Right? 40, yeah. I mean, so 280. If you put 280 in the comments, or if you put 280 as your answer, put it in the comments. I'm curious if you got kind of tricked a little bit here by just the presence of this scatter plot. You assumed you needed to use it. It does talk about estimating, so I understand, but the way the question is worded, there's really no way that we would be able to estimate this with the graph. There's an answer. It doesn't say what is one possible estimate. It's not that generous. So we just need to multiply and then we get one number, which is what we want. But I think it was very cruel of them to do that. I wonder if this is a question that's from one of the old SATs where they would have had multiple parts of the question or something. But yeah, what do you think? Throw it in the comments.